they're going with more and more sophisticated equipment. Now,
Yeah.
so far Obama has brought in 785,000 from Syria,
Muslims.
from Afghanistan, and from Iraq. And these are all Sunni. These are not Shia, they're all Sunni Muslims. Now Sunni is what? That's what ISIS is, isn't it? What else is Sunni?
They're all from Saudi Arabia, right?
Saudi Arabia, okay. Shia are what? They're Iran, they're Syria. They're only about 20% of all the Muslims are Shiite. The rest are 88 Sunni. And so all those Muslims he's bringing in here are all Sunni Muslims. Now the strange thing is Obama is what? Wahhabi, which is Wahhabi. No, that wouldn't be strange. Wahhabi is a Sunni, that's right. Wahhabi is Sunni. So, they're here now. But listen, let me ask you, if what you don't know, can what you don't know really not hurt you? People say, well, what I don't know can't hurt me. Is that true?
No, that's stupid.
Not at all.
No.
Okay. So, surely, look, I mean, if this is true, wouldn't we hear it on the media? I mean, certainly, they would tell you that.
What can be your English till that?
No.
So, where does it say, any place like in the Beatitudes, blessed are the stupid?
Nowhere in scripture.
Okay.
Nowhere.
So then, obviously, God really doesn't want us to be stupid. That's just basically what we're being told by the media and so on
Right.
and so forth.
Mhm.
So, anyhow, we have another DVD here that shows you what happened in Europe, and it says America's Final Warning. What's coming here? And it shows you how in France and England, where they have no-go zones right now, in Italy, where the Muslims have taken over and the police will not go in there. They have warning signs. If you get in trouble, you're on your own. The police are not going to help you. But the political correctness has gone to such an extent that in Britain, when the Muslims riot and they burn, the female police officers have to wear burqas as not to offend them when they go out to arrest them. That should be put in our public school textbooks. It's dumb enough, okay? I mean, that's where it's at right now. So, Bible says, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for,
Lack of knowledge.
and they've been really dumbed down out there. We got to just give it to you. You got to give them credit. The opposition has been able to really dumb down.
Through TV, through music, through all these other foolishness out here. You know?
Right. Pastor Fred is going to show the first part of this film, the second film, today for his class. And then we go back, after that we go back to the regular Bible classes. Yeah.
Rumor is that Obama can easily organize these jihadists to let them loose on the American people.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. They're going to declare martial law, but they're not going to call it martial law.
Right.
This is, I mean, that's what he's getting ready to do.
And they want everyone to want martial law.
Correct.
Well, the rumor also is that the police force and the military are wise to Obama. They won't come after the American public. But the jihadists will.
Obama has purged our military of anyone who has honor and integrity. 11 four-star generals have been forced to leave. 260-something high-ranking officials have been forced to leave out of the military. The chaplains are gone. They've taken all the crosses down out of all the chapels in the military today. You cannot preach in uniform and use the name of Jesus Christ. If you go into the VA hospitals, go into every one of the chapels in the VA hospitals now, there's not a cross. They've taken all the Bible tracts out. They've taken all the Bibles out. You won't find a Bible, a cross, or a tract in any of the VA hospitals. In any of the chapels. We went in, Kevin and I went in, we just checked them out just to see. They just stripped them. You wouldn't even know you were in the chapel at all. No crosses on the wall, no, anything. So, now remember what Bill O'Reilly says. He believes Obama is a Christian because he says he is. Okay.
It's not.
And Muslims are allowed to lie.
All the time.
But now remember also what O'Reilly said, the only way he could vote for a Muslim is if he were a secular Muslim.
Huh.
You see, like I could only vote for a very, very tall, short person, or a very thin, fat person,
They're oxymorons.
or a very, very old, young person. See, the idea he missed, the guy that's written all these books, is Islam is a religion, but it's a political religion too. It's both.
Satanic.
Anyhow, that's what's taking place out there.
Yeah.
So he will show you the second part of this is called America's Final Warning, okay? And what you're seeing happen in Europe for Fred's class today. So those of you who want to see that.
One other thing that this video didn't mention is this is happening in not just camps. Brian Park, when he was living with Esty, told me a story of how he witnessed Muslims running around the apartment complex in fatigues, carrying rucksacks, and then when he complained about it to the owner, they pretty much didn't do anything about it. But then after that, he didn't see that anymore, but he could hear them, because they lived next door, running on treadmills. So, you know, it's like, just because you're not having a camp, it could be, you know, the house down the street.
Well, in Britain, you see this group there, it's like the Tea Party in Britain, a group of Christian men. They're a great minority, like we are here today. But they said enough is enough, because everywhere they've opened up these mosques, these Muslims are raping. They think they have the right to rape these British women, these young girls. And so these Christian men said enough is enough. But they only had to fight against the Muslims. They had to fight against the police, the politically correct, and that's probably what we're going to be up against here. But
Good.
you either want to stand up,
Praise God
have the
for that.
courage to do the right thing, or wish you had. And that's where we're coming up.
Yep, that's the bottom line.
You won't see this in very many churches. The fact of it is, the vast majority of them are scared. They're more afraid
Of course they are.
Caesar. They're more afraid. Like Pontius Pilate he was more scared of the Jews than Caesar, than he was of God. And, well, he realizes his mistake today. But that's the vast majority of the preachers. This is what we promote to advertise on the radio. We're going to be showing this. As far as our position is, we fear God and God alone. That's it. We're not going to fear the government. But the vast majority of these preachers are scared to death. This is why you have the FEMA credentialed preachers out there. Some of them have gotten cold feet. Their conscience got to them, and they're coming out and they're spilling the beans. Okay. They actually sent me. I actually got a letter from them. I couldn't believe that they would send me a letter, but they did. And what the FEMA credentialed pastors are is they're told, do not mention this to your congregation. Should that kind of tell you something right there? Okay.
Yeah.
When you come to these meetings, whatever you hear here should be kept here, and you don't ever acknowledge when you leave here for security reasons. Don't acknowledge. If your congregation asked you, deny. That's what they're told, right at these meetings. And some of these pastors just said, I just can't do it. And in fact, they're told if you come here with several pastors come together, once you walk out here, you do not recall or talk about what you saw here. You don't have a conversation about what took place or what you heard. And basically what they're telling their people is simply this, that when things go bad, if you have a national emergency, whether it's earthquake, whether it's whatever it is, tsunami, whatever it is, the pastors and their families will be the first to receive water, clean water, clean food, medical supplies. But they have to, one, preach to their people, tell them that that Romans 13 teaches that you must obey the government on every level. Romans 13 does not teach that, folks, by the way. Okay? But this is what they're telling them, and so they're asking them to go out and lie to their people. So that's where we're at. This is the great apostasy here and now. You're living in that time. But the vast majority of people out there are totally oblivious, they're clueless to what's going on. Yeah, Doug,
That's why, that's why you got a great division is, you know, it started right now when it comes to, you know, true Christians versus the carnal Christians. Real division going on
oh yeah,
because of, you know. 'cause
what did
by-
Jesus said? Many are
Will-
called, but how many are chosen?
Few,
Many will come, but
few are chosen,
there
few
you
in
go.
it.
All right, so there you go. We're going to take a little recess so you guys have a